Hi, my name is Amanda Hamilton, and today we are going to be making a New Year's cake. So what you're going to need for this particular project are a couple different varieties of fondant. We have some white fondant, some red, and some black. Now you'll notice I have a couple different varieties of brands here. Whether you prefer Fondex or Satin Ice or anything else, these are just what I prefer to use. We have some vegetable shortening and some cornstarch, and this is just to make our fondant a little bit easier to work with. We have a variety of brushes, some of which we will be using for painting and construction, and some of which we will be using for dusting. Now your dusting brushes are going to be a little softer and fluffier than the brushes that you'll use for construction and painting. And this particular set I actually purchased at a drugstore, used for eye makeup, and it really does work for just about anything. We have a glass of water because nothing makes fondant stick to itself better than water. We have a very sharp paring knife and some wire cutters. We have some decorative silver wire, an acrylic roller, a large pair of craft scissors, a pizza cutter, or in my house, a fondant cutter. We have 2 pounds of pre-colored green white chocolate, and this is actually what's also known as candy melt or appeals, depending on the brand that you purchase. And the great thing about this product is that it tastes like chocolate, but it does not need to be tempered like chocolate. So we're actually going to be cooking this down in the microwave today. I have a crystal, kind of a champagne colored crystal sugar, some 24 karat edible gold dust, red gel color, some green, very bright, vibrant green luster dust. Now this particular shade of green I picked because it's very, very similar to what you would see a champagne bottle, the color of a champagne bottle. We have a couple different colors of white luster dust. I have a white sparkle and an antique silk, and this we will be using for our bubbles. And I also have some really amazing disco dust. Now something to keep in mind when you're using disco dust is that it is not technically edible. It's non-toxic, so it won't hurt you if you do eat it, but it's best if you recommend the people who will be eating your cake, it's best if you recommend they remove whatever has the disco dust on it before they eat it. I have some clear vanilla extract, and this I am going to be mixing with a combination of my gold and my gel color, just to kind of loosen the gel color up and also to make a gold paint. And you can use any sort of clear alcohol for this, vodka, gin, tequila, whatever you have on hand, just as long as it's clear. I have 4 small ramekins, and we're going to be using these for our gold and luster dusts. And I have a bowl and some royal icing. Now the royal icing is currently in a piping bag. It doesn't need to be. We're actually going to be using our bowl and our royal icing to make glue. And I'll show you how to do that when the time comes. And finally, we have some binder clips. These are also known as alligator clips. You want to make sure that they're really, really nice and strong. These are kind of a medium size that you would find in like an office supply store. And finally, we have a champagne bottle chocolate mold. Now the great thing about this mold is it's a nice clear plastic, so you can really see kind of what you're doing. And it's not nearly as expensive as the silicone molds tend to be. Silicone molds can run anywhere between $90 and $150. And this I purchased from the wonderful Linda Bills at Do It With Icing for I think a little over $5. So this is what we're going to be using today to make our full-size champagne bottle. So now that we've looked at everything, let's get started.